breaking news, KAIZER Chiefs to face another FIFA ban, and if KAIZER Chiefs are found guilty, this will mean a big blow for KAIZER Chiefs, and this is the reason. KAIZER Chiefs were sentenced by FIFA for they were given 2 years ban during the transfer window. They were not to sign any players. 1 year out of that was suspended. No. 1 year was suspended. That means it should have been 3 years. So that suspension has conditions. They are not to be found guilty for a period of a year. So it's not even a year. Now Amazulu seemingly have the evidence that KAIZER Chiefs cheated, and that means hey, something is about to blow up at KAIZER Chiefs. But before we get into those video details, guys, if you are not yet subscribed, you're missing out, because to subscribe it is free, to like the video it is free, to comment on the comment section below it is free. Join, become a member of this YouTube channel. Just next to subscribe button, there's a button called join. Guys, I'm on the journey to 5,000 subscribers, so please guys, please subscribe, and then let me get you back to the video without wasting your time. Now the citizens have got this, the citizens, the newspaper guys, have got this to say. Hey guys, they say Phakathi, that is the newspaper, has previously reported that Zungu is considering laying a charge against Amakhosi. Amazulu boss Sandile Zungu is said to have a critical evidence that KAIZER Chiefs spoke to Siyathemba Sithebe or his representatives earlier than they were supposed to. That means a lot, guys. That means a lot. And I'm telling you, if this is true, guys, if this is true, the Naturena, they will face the mighty of the law, and I do not wish that they should face this one, because this is going to be a big deal. Phakathi has previously reported that Zungu is considering laying charges against Amakhosi for the breach of the laws. According to the transfer rules, a player may speak to any team of his choice without consent from his current club, or only in the last 6 months of his contract. Let me repeat this one. According to the transfer rules, a player may speak to any team of his choice without consent from his current club only in the last 6 months of his contract. But Zungu alleged that Chiefs had spoken to Zungu way before that. Zungu has spoken to Siyathemba way before that, which is why when they tried to speak to him about renewal, he made ridiculous demand, according to the man himself. Now he has the evidence. He is now just contemplating in his decision on the matter. It's not an easy decision, because if Chiefs are found guilty, it will have a triple effect, because they already have a suspended sentence. That's a sentence I've told you about. Meanwhile, Sithebe looks like he has been frozen out of Amazulu, out at Amazulu, following a failed move to KAIZER Chiefs. Hey guys, when you have a quality player and they don't play, of course you see a void. That's Benny McCarthy talking about the issue of Siyathemba Sithebe. Players come to training, we select them based on how they train, their work ethics, and that. Siyathemba wasn't available. Obviously, it's a discussion that the club had with me, myself, and the technical team on the situation. So it's out of our control, out of my control. I can only select who I have at my disposal. Unfortunately, I don't have him at my disposal. So I can't put a player in whom I can't select. That's Benny McCarthy saying I can't select Siyathemba Sithebe because the management decided that this player will be frozen out. I don't know. What do you know about the issue, guys? I know I have a knowledgeable friends. What do you know about the issue, guys? Wow. For the first time I see the issue of Mr. Zungu. You know, on another video, guys, I did this video where I was talking about the issue of Benny McCarthy said on the just after the game they played, the last game they played against this team in the Africa, it's Horoya that they were playing against. He had this to say. He said that ever since Sibusiso Mabiliso left Amazulu, there's a void, and he made it clear that they are still hurting because they lost Sibusiso Mabiliso to KAIZER Chiefs. Now it is September. So what does that tell you guys? What do you see? From where I'm seated, from the facts that have been presented before me, I see anger. There's nothing more than anger. Mr. Zungu went on just to set an evidence so he could fight against KAIZER Chiefs, but I don't see the basis of all this struggle, of all these wars, of all these, you know what I'm saying, all these things. I don't see the basis of them except anger and 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 anger. Nothing more, nothing less. But I don't know. I don't know from you guys, but from where I'm seated, I see a man full of anger. I see a relationship between KAIZER Chiefs has been jeopardized. There will be less relationship. There will be less. I don't know. Like there's gonna be difficult to trade between KAIZER Chiefs and Amazulu. There's a war. There's a fierce war between these two clubs, and I don't know why. Why are we fighting? Why are we fighting? Just like Benny McCart asked the question of why are we fighting? Why are you guys fighting? You are adult. Change. But I don't know about you guys. For me, where I'm seated, it doesn't look good. If the evidence is true, it means we're gonna see KAIZER Chiefs failing to compete, fighting for top 8 because their development structure, it doesn't seem working. You know, their reserve team, they don't seem to trust their reserve team. If KAIZER Chiefs receive that ban, for me, I think they need to find a coach that believes in young players. They will, if for instance, if they were to be found guilty, I'm making an example, just at the end of the season, they get sentenced. They will need to fire Stuart Baxter with immediate effect. Find a coach that believes in young players. You know, so that if you have young players coming from the development, you use them in the team. But if you still have a coach like Stuart Baxter, this team will go down. The last thing that I want to mention to you is that, do you see that it looks like KAIZER Chiefs left, right, center, they're facing troubles. Okay, they are just coming from the FIFA ban, and Mr. Zungu, he's suggesting that there might be another FIFA ban, right? Immediately after coming from the FIFA ban, they are fighting. It's KAIZER Chiefs versus PSL over the COVID-19 issues. You know what I'm saying? While you are still looking at that, it makes you wonder, who does that? Who passed those decisions? And then you're gonna look at Mr. Motaung. On the other hand, there are news coming out of KAIZER Chiefs that the Motaung family is divided. You know, so you're looking at that, you're like, this club looks like this club is collapsing, guys. It looks like this club is collapsing. It needs someone to save this club. Or at least Mr. Motaung himself. He needs to come in, he needs to step in, save his club, sort the family issues. Because I mean, if that is true, you know that it's always a problem when you run a family business. It doesn't come as a surprise. It doesn't come as a surprise at all, because wow, family business are always chaotic. I don't know why, but they are always chaotic. So my suggestion to the situation was that the man himself must step up, take the position. Though he's old, run the club. Mr. Chandler, Mr. Koza is running Orlando Pirates, though he's old. You know what I'm saying? So he needs to step up and run the club if he wants to save this ship, because this ship, guys, is sinking. But Bobby Motaung has made decisions that has costing the club. You can't take the club from you can't get the club banned by FIFA. Now it is PSL, and now again you might be taken back to FIFA for the same reasons of signing players in a shady way. There's something wrong at KAIZER Chiefs, guys. There's something wrong at KAIZER Chiefs. There's something wrong at KAIZER Chiefs. If you don't believe me, I don't know who else you will believe, but there's something wrong at KAIZER Chiefs. This ship is sinking, and the person to be blamed is the captain.